Welcome back to the Wormhole Extremists. My name is David Reed. I'm joined with Nicole Rodriguez Galdo
Hello, hello.
and Yvonne Cahill.
A good day.
And we're rewatching Point of No Return, Season 4, Episode 11.
Indeed.
Indeed,
So
indeed.
I just accidentally expanded the the screen and it was too big and I was like, oh, okay.
Too much
I'm
SG1.
back with it now. Yeah. Yeah, it just sort of like slapped me in the face. I was going to say that somebody on Reddit named this episode the one where the conspiracy theorists' paranoia was surprisingly justified.
Yeah.
It's not conspiracy theories, it's spoilers.
Yes. Oh God. So this is actually the only episode directed by William Garrity this season.
Okay.
Good time.
Yeah. And it's another Malozzi and Mully written episode.
Jesus Christ.
Oh,
So I do want to say, I think the last time I watched this episode was probably about 16 years ago.
Wow.
You've only seen it
Okay.
Because
once?
I don't love it. I think I may have seen it twice.
So I love Willie Garson, so
Me too.
I like
I
this
think it's great.
episode. But it is different from the regular Stargate episodes. It's a little bit more
Yeah.
funny. I guess a little more people orientated than sci-fi orientated, but it's good to see them off the base.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sure.
So I think
Um,
for me, Wormhole Extreme is like a good time, but like the real good
Mhm.
time is 200, obviously.
Yes. Yeah. So Martin mentioned before in his little rant there about the lizard people.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I saw online that it might allude to the Goa'ulds, but obviously it's just a reference to is it David Icke's well-known conspiracy theory suggesting that an elite group of alien lizards govern the world.
Yep, I think that he pulled that from V.
Yeah.
Or V pulled that from him. I'm not sure how old that particular conspiracy theory is.
Yeah,
But I love that
it's pretty old.
if this episode were to be created today, I mean, there would be Reddit references, everywhere in this and other
Yeah.
subversive websites where it's just like, okay, we this is well known in our popular culture that there is a treadmill of conspiracy websites and chat groups and everything else.
Yeah.
Some may actually be proven to be right. Some,
Yeah.
most probably definitely not. But I don't know if this episode were created today, if Jack O'Neill would, rush up to Billings to meet a Mr. Martin Lloyd. Because I think that all it would do would be to fuel his neuroses. The only difference
Yes.
is that he's correct. So
Yes. Yep. Exactly right. So, this technically marks the second occasion a civilian has confronted Jack with classified details about the
Armin
Stargate
Stalag.
program.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, he was obviously the
Secrets.
journalist from Secrets, and he had that so-called accident.
Yeah.
So I was reading the other day that Paul Mully suggested that this episode's concept originated from the existence of numerous Stargate websites
yeah.
and the belief by some that the Stargate is real and the show is a government cover-up. So they wanted to explore this notion by introducing a conspiracy theorist character who has heard rumors about the Stargate and possesses like faint memories of extraterrestrial life. And Mully found the episode noteworthy as it allowed the characters to interact with the contemporary real world, an opportunity they rarely get, which I would agree.
Yeah, I do.
Yep.
I do enjoy that.
And I think as well that Joseph Malozzi has stated that this episode is closer to its original version than any other Stargate episode that he's written.
Yes. Yeah, it came out almost exactly how they wanted it to come out.
Yeah.
I like that they doubled down on the conspiracy stuff by
yeah.
like doing Wormhole Extreme later. They were like, oh yeah, you know what? People think that. Let's just do it. Let's
I
do
just
it.
love it. Yeah. So they kind of I think it's probably just coincidence, but Jack says after, when Martin's explaining like his interpretation of the Stargate program, Jack says, sounds like a good idea for a TV show.
Right there.
So this could be seen as either ironic or like a subtle hint of what's to come, because the meta concept is revisited obviously in Wormhole Extreme.
Yep.
And Jack's about to mention magnets again.
Magnets.
So he definitely has a way of pulling the audience into his positive energy. Wink, wink.
No,
That's
I'm
supposed
not.
to be a
I've only
magnet
took
joke,
it seriously
guys.
enough to fly across the country to come and see you.
Yeah,
Yeah, which says a lot, really, doesn't it?
it really does. Very silly move.
But it's an interesting idea. What if the alien realizes the truth about himself?
Mm.
Jacob said Daniel on his donut line. Yeah. Oh, speaking of donuts, actually, I'm reading a book as well. Like I paused on that one too, where there's a donut shop called Stargate Donuts, and I was like, huh?
I'd go there.
Yeah,
I'd
me
go
too.
there.
I don't know why it
Wow.
has that. I want to dive in and find out if it's because of the show.
This was filmed, thank you, Lockwatcher, the new Cloverleaf restaurant in Surrey, British Columbia, Canada.
Yeah, so I saw it that somewhere said it was the new Cloverdale restaurant, but they
Formerly.
put they put something over the top of it. But apparently it's now leased to an international humanitarian organization.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Interesting.
Hazel. Nice color. I wish I had hazel eyes.
I just have straight green.
Oh, boo-hoo.
Which is the rarest eye color except for purple, obviously. So I probably should have said earlier that obviously this episode guest stars Willie Garson as Martin Lloyd.
Yeah, we love him.
This is his first of 3 memorable guest appearances, including obviously Wormhole Extreme and 200. And he sadly died in 2021 from pancreatic cancer, and he was only 57. So we discussed before that you know, he is remembered by a lot of people as Stanford Blatch from Sex and the City.
Yeah.
And he did appear in 27 episodes of the original series, plus the 2 films, and he did make 3 episodes of the reboot before he sadly passed away.
Wow, I did not know that. Okay.
Yeah, he didn't look great. Like he looked like he was a little bit ill. But it was still good to see him.
Absolutely.
They actually wrote him out with They wrote him out. I didn't quite like the way they wrote him out.
They screwed up the new series as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, he didn't die in the reboot. They basically said that his character became like a monk, which I didn't think really
It does not work.
But but at least it's kind of open-ended.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. I got to talk with him a few months before he died, and that was quite the shock.
Yeah.
You know, let me tell you. When I reached out to him, you know, sometimes it's a bit of a hem and haw through the agents and everything else to get the actors particularly to come on board. But with Will, I got a response really quickly saying yes, and he had to have known, you know, what he was going through and wanted to share his story, and I was really thankful that he took the
really
time.
love that, because with all the popularity of, like, he did Sex and the City, he did White Collar as well.
Yep.
Yes, he's done a lot of shows.
You know, a lot of people wouldn't expect, like, you know, him to want to come back and talk about a show he did so long ago, but he had such an important part in the show. I mean, one of his episodes we've named our podcast after.
Yep.
You know,
exactly
right.
our namesake.
And
He's
recognized
an iconic
the
character.
show's importance. Or his character's importance to the show. He got that. He didn't.
Yeah.
He wasn't a sci-fi fan.
No,
he
not
didn't
at all.
really
When he
get
was
that.
RDA.
But exactly,
Yes. It's probably why they got along so well.
I think so too.
Yeah.
And if Rick enjoyed an actor, they brought the actor back. So
yes,
I mean that was
yeah.
Tom
Yeah, they got to
Macbeth.
reunite in 200. It's
Yep.
so cute.
That's exactly
Yeah.
right.
No, I very much enjoyed your interview with him. It was
Yeah.
very refreshing actually, because he was so down to earth,
Yep.
which is
Yeah.
ironic for a sci-fi actor who doesn't like sci-fi.
Quick Thor nod there.
Yeah, I love
Yes,
that.
absolutely. So I was gonna say, so Carter's wearing like double denim. So like usually
Oh, the
it's
2000s.
easy to like overlook Stargate being produced in the late 90s and early 2000s until you catch like a side of Carter's double denim ensemble or the
Oh, there's too
Canadian
much
tuxedo,
denim.
which
Yeah.
is like a stark reminder of the era.
He does love his
And I
lava
think,
lamps.
Yeah.
yeah, I had one of those
I did
around this
too.
time as well. And um, we saw before as well Sam utilizing her lock picking skills, which I don't think we see
No,
again.
yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was going to say as well, this house that they're in, or at least the outside of this house, is actually located in Surrey, BC, and it's a 20-minute drive from Bridge Studios for those who are curious.
I want to jump in with Jacob's incredible joke, which is it's good they did a follow-up, otherwise we'd all be watching Point of No Return's YouTube channel right now. Oh my God,
Point of
Jacob,
no
that was
returners.
incredible.
That's funny.
Oh, that is funny.
I'm gonna steal that and put it in one of our next tweets. That's too good.
Welcome to the Point of No Returners.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Oh, good joke.
He's so sincere.
He's
know?
so
He
cute.
is.
He means no harm. He's just such a nice guy.
You know who else could have done this? Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
Do you think?
Yeah, I think so, because I'm reminded of Will Ferrell's performance in Elf. You know, he's just
yes,
so
just
sincere in that
innocence.
role,
Yeah.
just innocence. And I really think that I think that he could have done it. But
I was actually
Willie's
thinking of
great.
another role that he did, where it was a movie where I think it was called Stranger Than Fiction, where someone's writing his life and he plays like a boring office man who has a very dull
Yes.
life, and it's actually one of the most heartwarming performances he's ever done because it felt the most
Mm.
real.
Who?
All his other
Mm.
performances very inflated, and that one felt natural.
Whose performance?
Will Ferrell,
Oh, I've not seen it. Okay.
it's very good.
Oh, jeez.
Hmm.
He's bugged.
There's my least favorite Cylon.
Yes.
Wow. You're not a fan of the Dorals, huh?
He's the worst, you know. Like most of the male Cylons just suck, you know. They're all just nasty.
Screw you.
Yeah. Men.
Jeez.
No, I love him. I love to
Jeez.
hate Doral. He's great.
Yeah, that's there you go.
So this detail is quite minor and may not actually kind of qualify as a significant error, but some viewers have noted discrepancies in Junior's head size.
Yep.
They suggest it should appear smaller and differently shaped considering its young age.
Yeah.
It does look like an adult gold.
Yeah,
Stargate doing its thing. It's
Yeah.
all right. We let it go, don't we?
Well, it's been a few years.
it has. So as you mentioned just then, that's Matthew Bennett as Ted.
Yes.
Or Aaron Dorrell in Battlestar. So he'll actually later return as Jared Kane
Yep.
in the season 8
Icon.
episode Icon,
Oh,
and reprise
yeah.
the role again in season
Ethan.
9's Ethan.
That's actually
yeah.
pretty good. That one's
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
The day Prometheus died.
Jeff said that for Icon, it was like a 1 star. He was like, I hated it, and then he got to Ethon, and he was so low on his expectations that he had a couple drinks, and he was like, I had a great time.
So this is Robert Lewis as Dr. Peter Tanner. So this is his first of 2 episodes. He also returns as the same character in 200. I couldn't actually
Wormhole
find a lot of
Extreme.
information
Sorry,
about.
Wormhole Extreme, you mean?
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Okay, I saw 200, but you guys are
Yeah, if you see
probably
that
smarter than
somewhere
the internet.
on one of our websites, we need to correct it. So
Yeah, so limited information is available regarding him. His acting credits on IMDb have not been updated since 03.
okay.
So I'm not sure what he's been up to.
I feel like he may have become a chemist.
A lot of these, like who was it? Oh, here we go. Great
So,
scene.
These are this is from the 1951 version of The Day the Earth Stood Still. So it's a film about a humanoid alien visiting Earth with an important message for humanity. And it was actually directed by Robert Wise, who's best known for The Sound of Music.
That's right. Is O'Neill singing here? What is he doing?
I don't know. I couldn't figure out where that noise was coming from.
Same.
He stops
so confused.
when he asks for them. I love this because Teal'c's like almost like his kid at this point.
Yes,
give me money,
and
here's the smile. Yeah, one of the few times he smiles.
So, like the delight on Teal'c's face is just it's gorgeous. And I actually randomly did some research into these vibrating birds. So apparently the device is called Magic Fingers and it operates for 15 minutes at the cost of about 25 cents.
Yep.
Damn. So much money in there. Although I think I'd hate it. I'm not gonna lie. I don't want like movement.
Moving on. I love this gesture.
I wasn't even implying anything with what I said. I just
funny.
don't like when somebody shuffles in the bed. I kick my boyfriend every time. I'm like, stop moving. You know.
That's so good.
So this is the first episode where Teal'c's human nickname Murray is used.
Yep.
So it
So
becomes a regular alias for him in later episodes. Love how it wasn't closing for him. There's only two.
So cute.
He's not undercover.
I do enjoy. Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. You do enjoy.
I do
what?
enjoy the humor in this episode.
Yeah. The confusion.
This only works because Rick plays this so straight.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, the dude's absolutely
So
insane.
I saw a comment on Reddit about this scene and I can't unsee this comment. So Martin is obviously balding. So what kind of hair did he use? He said that he put a hair on the inside.
That's a good point. From his
Oh
gerbil.
dear. Yeah, what kind of hair did he use?
Yeah. Well, not those hairs, I'm sure, because that would be
No, I'm
unsanitary.
Let's just say use somebody else's hair.
Yeah, there we
Yeah. like a wig.
So apparently
Okay.
this list of meds is sort of another little red flag. So two of the drugs mentioned would cancel each other out.
go.
But you
Really?
have to know pharmaceuticals. Yeah.
And you went and researched this?
I saw it somewhere.
Oh, okay. The
I'm
effort that
impressed
you
with
put
the
into
level of
these
depth.
shows
Yeah.
compared to me and Nicole is
I do-
unparalleled.
No, David, you do
Thank
all the
you.
setup. I do nothing. I turn up.
Okay, that's fair.
So if Tanner was truthful about merely writing Martin's prescriptions and not dispensing them, it sort of raises the question of how Martin's medication became tainted with the unidentified chemicals.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because they figure that out. So they don't really explain how it happened.
You know, if this were
Just
a
gotta-
real thing, this is an awfully elaborate thing that these aliens are going on through to keep one of their colleagues from finding out the truth. Why not just kill him? You know? But they don't.
They
go
don't
through
seem
this
like
No,
whole
killers.
process.
They seem like
really-
really nice guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
secretly.
don't want to. I don't think they want to
They don't want to hurt
see him harmed. No,
No.
but you're right.
do
Like, where do
care.
they get the coin to set up that F1
Right,
office?
exactly.
It's
Well,
very-
I'm sure they replicated or some such, you know, and
Maybe.
they're deserters. We know that. They just want to go about their business. But Martin keeps on digging up the truth. So
Okay, I just want to say Lockwatcher came up with a really good point, saying from the commentary they were allowed to use the footage of when the Earth stood still, but could not use the audio, which is probably why all that weird humming was happening.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And then the motel wasn't an actual set. No, it was an actual set, not a real hotel room. They built a set for the office, and then
Yes.
they found an almost identical room in the office floor above, so they used that instead. That's quite funny.
Ah, handy.
Got to save on production costs where you can.
Absolutely.
Did they ever discuss at any point in the show, like behind the scenes, potentially getting Teal'c's tattoo removed?
You mean like through? Well, they always wanted to make it. They didn't want to wipe out his history, even after the Goa'uld were neutralized.
Yeah.
They wanted to maintain where he came from, and so
Yeah.
that's why they never did.
So they wanted to keep it.
come up with a sci-fi
Well,
solution
Because
for
he
him.
got
of
rid
his
of it in
history.
2010.
Yeah.
And I always wondered, like
Yeah.
if he would get there one day, but then we get to
yeah.
like that time, and then he
That's
never
a good
did.
point.
Yeah, that
He
was
did
a
get rid of it in
one-off.
2010.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was always curious.
Yep, and a great episode at that.
Yeah.
We're not
Can't
far
wait.
away from it.
Nope.
Oh, I know.
Uh-oh.
So
Now
the
we've got
silent
a problem.
communication here, like, literally speaks volumes, pun intended. Like, look at that.
And
They're
Martin's
saying
watching.
so much without
He
words.
knows.
Yeah, he knows exactly.
Yeah, he's not stupid.
No.
I couldn't find if this was a set or if it was an actual warehouse, but if somebody knows in the chat, definitely say something.
They often used empty stages at Bridge for things like this.
Oh, that makes perfect sense.
This doesn't look like one of them, though. But I can't be
Right.
positive. I mean, if they're already going to be in Surrey shooting, they probably went and found a space. I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, boy.
Oh, no, there's some people there.
You got guys.
Takes Daniel like a few seconds. To
Yeah, I was gonna
actually
say.
put his arms
Yeah.
up.
Fracking
Very casual
Cylon.
about it. Yeah, fracking Cylon.
does
So what
not.
he's saying is so good. Oh dear.
The Geneva Convention. Yeah.
It doesn't cover aliens.
Nope.
Oh.
He's getting antsy.
More than now.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's talk. Teal'c does not do like any talking this episode. It fills me
He
with
doesn't
sadness.
do a lot.
Like, why isn't he allowed to speak? You know, his forehead's covered up. Is that not sufficient?
He's got nothing to say. He's just listening. So that's what he usually does. If he has something to say, he talks.
No, you're right.
So
The secret government. Go ahead.
in David's interview with Willie, he talked about being invited to return to the show for the 100th and 200th episode.
Yep.
He believed because of the good rapport that he had with the cast and crew.
Mm-hmm.
And he also mentioned that his frequent work on sci-fi series, despite not being a fan of the genre, complemented this particular episode's theme of satiricizing sci-fi cliches and the show's self-parody.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I loved him in Voyager. He played a great character.
I have not seen him there.
it. Yeah.
It's worth watching. I can get it to you if you want.
Yeah, I would enjoy. I think a way for me to get into
Hurry.
other shows is to try out
Individual
standalone
shows,
episodes.
yeah.
Yeah, because that's what's got me into Stargate. I feel like starting from the beginning isn't always the best way to start, just because it's kind of like sometimes the first episodes aren't great,
Right.
or you don't feel the family kind of connection between characters yet.
Yeah.
So when you get deeper in and experience it later, it's like, oh, this is where they're going to end up. I can't wait to start and experience the journey.
Yeah,
That's
Like a
right.
good trailer.
sometimes it's hard to like get into a series, but if
Yeah.
you see like a few good episodes later on, it might actually inspire you to go
do it
back.
all. Yeah.
No, we weren't.
Oh my favorite thing is there was a behind the scenes in season 8 with Michael Shanks where they had to answer fan questions, and one of the questions was, what does NID stand for? And he just turns to the camera and goes, NID, and then that's it.
That's it.
Nid.
He just goes, NID, really close to the camera.
I just love how they also went to the trouble of clearing out all the furniture.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Like,
know.
we
that
better
would've
get
been
that
a
evidence
lot
out of
effort.
here.
Look at that like padded door. That's
Yep.
like a snazzy. It looks like a big chocolate like cracker.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Okay.
I looked into this. So the headline nods to a Vincent Mussetto's legendary 1983 New York Post headline, which was "Headless Body in Topless Bar." So it actually covered a chilling crime where an intruder in Queens killed an after-hours club owner and then had a mortician customer sever the victim's head, which
Oh
was
my
later
God.
found in the assailant's car.
Oh my God.
Well,
I know.
this fake headline is much cooler.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
I love that he's like, can I come out? So I was laughing at until being like, no. Like, stay in there.
He tried to bait him.
I'm not gonna lie, I feel like this is how he would like time out Ryak on Earth. If like Ryak got like really like he had too much sugar and he just puts him in the bathroom and he's like, right, you stay in there, son, for a little bit. I'll see you in 5 minutes.
Yeah, in a few more minutes, he's going to start changing colors.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I want that
He's
jacket.
not annoying you anymore. There's something wrong.
That jacket is very cool.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Ouch.
He wasn't kidding.
No.
Oh, so if you've ever lost something important, please don't try this method at home.
No.
And he's also come up with the design for the flux capacitor,
Yeah. Yes.
which is what makes time travel
Oh my
possible.
God, this stupid comment that Daniel makes is so funny.
The duck?
Yeah. I hate it. It's so
Did you
good.
draw that yourself?
Oh dear. I like that he didn't even say like snake, lizard. He just goes duck.
Yep.
In a minute, he'll do it. But like out of everything he could have said,
I love
Oh,
how you
dear.
remember that and you haven't seen the episode in so long.
it was just it was so memorable.
Burned on her brain.
Yes.
It's really weird. Stargate, like some episodes are like a fever dream. Like certain little snippets will come back to me for like no reason, and it's just like I'm like, oh yeah, that's from that one episode I barely watch.
And he didn't
I like
bring
the
a shovel.
music. It's so hopeful.
No. So
And the one blade of grass.
I was gonna say, so he's like insisting on his sanity, and then like this followed by the visual gag of that solitary blade of grass on his head is just like
Yeah.
like comedy brilliance.
How did they stick it on? It's been on for a
I don't
while.
know.
Probably just balanced it, yeah.
I don't know why we're all quiet. It's just interesting listening to this guy be like,
Uh-huh,
yes, this is
that's
how
right.
nerdy tech works.
Structural interpolation. There's another ship? I don't think it looks much like the mothership at all, but okay.
Mm.
Oh yeah, about that.
If they're all shaped like humans, and
Yeah.
Marty's not just like inhabiting a human.
Yeah.
God knows what they are.
I do feel really bad for the other guys because they're literally just minding their own business and just being like really chill about it. You know, they just want to exist. They're not really doing any damage.
Chill.
Well, they don't want what they did to bring them to further harm.
Yeah.
Yes.
So. He's very good at what he does.
Speechwriter.
That's funny.
Because he's definitely very careful with his words, like a speechwriter.
Yeah, what's that?
Just controlling yourself.
Ugh. I like it. They know they've been got, but they're still gonna sit here and lie about it.
Of course.
It's
Yeah.
great.
Oh, that chunky laptop.
Yep. I had a cousin who had one like that. I played Wolfenstein on it.
Oh,
Oh.
classic.
We'll just wait here. Ugh.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we do have our moments. This is great.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah. Yeah, do it. Yeah.
Yep. Show him. Yep.
Sorry. Okay, so you'll notice that Tilk hid his forehead seal when that soldier approaches.
Need to
so
know.
This kind of suggests that not everyone is cleared to know about the SGC and SG1's
Correct.
activity.
Yeah.
Even though this guy now knows about extraterrestrials.
Yeah.
There are people who like believe in like extraterrestrials and stuff, and people who don't. And then with the X-Files, apparently Chris Carter received some email or phone call from somebody once being like, "You're really close, you know, like they're going to come for you or something."
Oh,
And
gosh.
but David Duchovny said he doesn't. He said in an interview once he doesn't believe that this kind of stuff could ever be like exist currently, simply because he thinks that the world is so bad at keeping secrets that it would have gotten out somewhere. But then I'm like, but what if it came out in conspiracy theories?
Yeah, it's the thing. If you
Yeah.
just all you have to do is convince enough people to shame, whoever is speaking out.
Yeah.
So just raving lunatics, unless something
Ooh.
happens. Uh-oh.
So that looks like a blowtorch, and the first thing that came into mind is
Creme brulee.
Are we making creme brulee?
That's what I also thought. I really want a creme brulee right
Gonna
now.
burn out their eyelids.
Next time we watch a TV, should we make creme brulee together?
Oh, for sure. So my question is, when they say experiment, is the pod the experiment or is Marty the experiment?
Yeah, it's an odd word.
Yeah, it's just
Uh-oh.
an odd turn of phrase. I was going to say as well, but oddly, my time-coded notes were out of sync. But there was an intriguing point that was raised on Reddit. So someone wondered why Marty's comrades were unfamiliar with what a Jafar is, even though they literally just said that their home planet was attacked by the Goa'uld.
They use the term Goa'uld?
No, I guess they didn't.
I don't think that they really knew what they were dealing with
Potentially.
when they left, because they still had a chance to get out.
Maybe.
They probably didn't study
Gecko
the
Fett
Jaffa
said,
yet.
great minds want creme brulee.
I'm
David
not that
didn't,
crazy
so
about- I'm not that
evidently
crazy about it.
David
okay.
doesn't crave it.
The custard with like the crunchy top.
It's
like
really pompous dessert, okay?
How dare you? We're going to make David have creme brulee.
not make someone eat creme brulee if they're not going to enjoy
yes,
it.
Yes, you can.
And
Yes,
they
you
cleared out of
can.
that field fast.
They did.
Yeah. It's just like, whatever. They walked out so casually and
Oh,
then
they
came
sure
out
did.
so fast all of a sudden. It's like,
Yeah.
what on earth
He's
are you
trying
doing?
he's trying to describe things and he's quite obviously like got a mic on him. What would you call that? A greyish green? He's like talking right into his lapel.
Brilliant.
Oh, Canada, you're so green.
Mm-hmm.
The one thing
Especially
I've
mid-season.
actually,
Yeah.
The one thing I haven't been totally fond of when it comes to Stargate episodes, whenever they have those like vans that are supposed to be their incognito vans, I've always
Yes.
felt their vans are they stick out like that. Look at that. It sticks out
yeah,
like
of course
a sore
they
thumb.
do. Of
Like
course
a
they
sore
do.
thumb.
It's a TV show.
Yeah, I hate it.
There's cliche built into the recipe. Like
Yeah,
your
they're
damn
just being
creme
ironic
brulees.
or whatever. Yes.
Oh. By the way, just want to say there's an episode of Taskmaster New Zealand where they have to crack the creme brulee like the most satisfactory way possible. So go watch it.
Oh, okay.
Love this.
Like he's not even convinced. We never even know his real name.
No.
Yeah. A book I read recently did that where a character kind of gets like forced into a different life, to the point that they've almost like completely forgotten their original name and you never learn their name before they pass away.
No, it's
And it was the
gone.
most heartbreaking thing, yeah.
Aw. I'm going to say this bit early because I've got
Go
something
ahead.
else that I wanted to bring up and it's more time sensitive. So there's a point coming up where Jack asks Sam if she's all right. And according to Malozzi, this scene actually sent fans into a frenzy because Jack only asked Sam if she's all right.
And not everyone
And
else.
this was interpreted as definite evidence of altered team dynamics, particularly concerning Sam and Jack's relationship. Malozzi suggested that the situation could be explained by Sam being conscious of Jack's caution against like a potential ambush. But Malozzi jokingly said that Sam and Jack's dynamic was like walking a fine line between pleasing some people some of the time and pleasing no people none of the time.
Yeah.
And there is
he's touching her as
actually
well, I want to say.
there's a little goof coming up, but you have to watch very, very carefully. So if you pay very close attention, you'll notice the shadow of a boom microphone on the upper
Ooh.
right-hand side of the van's door, but you've got to watch really closely.
I'm looking.
Ah, yep, there it is.
Yep,
see it?
Yep. Can I just say that seeing Teal'c walk around with human weapons, like, damn, I'm so excited for season 9 and 10. And whenever he shoots replicators, it's always good.
They have transporters. You'll have a ton of them in 15 years. It's a countdown.
I like that I don't know what it's for, but like it's counting down, so it's good to just move.
And I love how the device that's counting down, he continues to run with.
Yes.
What if
all the
jeez.
dramatic leaping and the slow-mo, and it's not even the right location for the explosion. And
what if that's the bomb? That's what
Yeah.
I've always said. It's
I
like,
would have thrown it.
oh, that's true.
implode.
Yeah. Kind of looks like a cake. I don't know. The outside just reminds me of a cake.
A bad souffle.
Yeah.
They creme
Speaking of
brulee
dessert,
that.
Collapsed
Gave it
Yeah.
a crack
souffle.
at the top.
they
Yeah.
creme bruleed that.
Cameron Victoria said, I've never had a creme brulee. Are they good? Yes, they are.
No, they're
yes,
not.
they are.
They're
David is an
fine.
uneducated American. You
Not
cannot
uneducated.
speak. Ugh.
He's done a lot of traveling.
I've
No, it's fair, I
visited
can't
35
say that.
countries.
He's
Thank you very
Yeah.
much.
More than me. Yes, that's completely fair. I can't crap on you for your ways. Look at me trying to instigate fights.
Did you see the wormhole was already active in that earlier
Yeah.
shot in the
No,
reflection?
I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
I love this lower shot. I'm not gonna lie, it's one of my favorites.
Yes, it is. It's a good shot.
So, Willie mentioned in his talk with you that although he was informed that his character walking through the gate was significant, he had no understanding of its importance since he'd actually never watched the show.
Yep.
That's hilarious. Yeah.
Yep.
Speaking of dessert, creme brulee.
Okay. We get
Souffle.
it.
I love that one blowtorch has sent this episode off the rails.
Damn blowtorch.
Oh.
Oh dear.
It's not pretty.
No, it makes me sad.
No, it's not pretty. I kind of hope they went back to see if there was anyone alive, because they don't. They just sort of walk through the gate, see how everything is destroyed, and then they just leave again.
Well, they didn't the Goa'uld, the planet from there before the grace of God, I mean, they rendered the surface uninhabitable and left that little weird symbol behind, and they don't on this planet. So whichever Goa'uld nuked this one, well, didn't nuke it, they did something else.
Maybe.
Because they're able to walk around without any kind of
I feel like they didn't really need to leave a big symbol on there, because they messed it up so bad with there, but for the grace of God, the planet was still looking all right. So
well,
like,
subterranean, wherever the Stargate was, yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta buy it.
Absolutely. Green screen.
Yeah.
Isn't that in the background there, wasn't that one of the Yosemite mountains?
I have no idea.
I don't know.
It's awfully familiar. Not Half Dome, but something close.
Was that on the left, like some sort of highway or something?
Now we leave you.
We go home.
Bye.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would want to send out some UAVs to see if there's any kind of activity.
Yeah.
I'm sure they did
agreed.
after.
Yeah, I suspect.
They just don't have time to do that all in this episode. If it's going to have
Matt,
the
there's
same
only
outcome.
A two-man team, so
Yeah, if they're going to find out that they're all going to be dead anyway, I think this does the job. But it's so sad. Like, be nice to see it more.
What an episode.
That's a sad time. I forget how sad that ending is.
Yep.
yeah, it is a little bit somber.
Just
but
to,
the whole point is that it was
Yeah.
you kind of leading up to the fact that Marty was actually telling the truth. He wasn't a conspiracy theorist, and that proves it. So,
which kind of in a way validates all the fans online who are like it kind of in a way kind of makes fun of conspiracy theorists, but at the same time it kind of goes, well, maybe you're right actually. So it kind of shows a weird kind of, I don't know, I find it a weird relationship. I find it very interesting. Jean Diata, just wrapping up the dessert talk. Flan is also a good choice of creme brulee, isn't available.
it's all the same
Flan.
texture though.
While David's
It's all the
forehead
same. It's all
vein
the same.
goes.
Nah. Yeah.
David doesn't even have a forehead vein. I just like to say it because Monica has one in Friends.
Footage
what
from
they
the
always
day the
talk
Earth
about.
stood still.
Yay!
Point of no return, everyone. Thanks for watching.
Woo.